Season of sorts on sexual preference. In Arizona, Governor Jan Brewer is deciding whether or not to veto a bill which allows business owners to refuse service to gay people on the grounds of their religious beliefs. And in our nation's capital, a conservative lobbyist is pushing for federal legislation that would ban gay athletes from the NFL. Now, on the other side, a federal judge today struck down Texas's ban on gay marriage, but is leaving it in place pending a ruling by an appeals court later on this year. And here in Albany, one councilman is pushing a law against a controversial therapy that promises to turn gay people straight. Brandon Lewis is live in our studio now with more on that in our top story. Brandon?
Well, Dory, supporters of the therapy say it's helped people with same-sex attractions become heterosexual, but opponents say it leads to depressive thoughts and makes the struggle to come out even more difficult. Tonight, one council member looking to partially ban the practice shares his own experience.
It's not, a lot of people...
Councilman Judd Crasher was just elected to serve the city of Albany in November and says one of the first and more troubling issues his LGBT constituents contacted him about was one he knows all too well after coming out as gay to his own family.
It was really rough. Thank goodness I had a very supportive family. However, there were members of my community when word got out who weren't so accepting of it. And there were individuals in the community who were offering these sort of conversion therapy practices. I came out of it feeling worse than I did going into it, this greater sense of guilt and self-doubt. So I can't imagine what these folks who go through the actual process to the end have to deal with. It's quite barbaric, this practice.
On Monday, he's planning to introduce a bill in the council that would ban unlicensed therapists from performing conversion therapy on youth.
The evidence is irrefutable. Conversion therapy is tantamount to child abuse. And those who say that conversion therapy works are simply not looking at the scientific data. And when you are making public policy, that's what you have to look at.
The state is also considering a bill of its own that would prevent licensed therapists from conversion therapy. Proponents of the practice say the bill has stalled because it's recognized as effective.
Of course, our organization takes a position that change is indeed possible. It's a testimony of thousands that have changed and have stated they had same-sex attraction and now are in happy marital relationships today. So we are opposed to the measures coming from the city of Albany and hope that it will be rejected.
Now, Crasher thinks he has enough support to pass the bill in the Albany Common Council. Tonight, the Democratic caucus is meeting, and it should be introduced on Monday. It would then go to the Law Committee before a public hearing later this year. Live in the studio, Brandon Lewis, CBS 6 News.